Review: Sentimental Values 2025, Patient Unpacking of Artistic Trauma. Why is it so excruciatingly difficult to speak plainly to the people we are supposed to love? Why do we reflexively weaponize our insecurities when empathy is required? In Joachim Trier's Sentimental Values, these questions aren't just themes, they are the jagged edges of a rich, cinematic tapestries woven from generational trauma and the fickle nature of human intimacy. Trier doesn't pretend to have the answers, but he brilliantly explores whether we are doomed to project our shortcomings onto physical objects and artistic pursuits rather than processing our baggage. The narrative centers on Nora Berg-Renata Riensve, a stage actress, and her sister Agnes Inga Ibsdottir Lilias, a historian. Both are haunted by the shadow of their father, Gustav Stellan Skarsgård, a filmmaker who abandoned them as children. Following the death of their mother, a changed Gustav Ray emerges after years in the creative wilderness. He comes bearing an olive branch that feels more like a burden. He is making his first film in 15 years and wants Nora to star. Nora's immediate, visceral rejection of the offer exposes the deep-seated scar tissue of their estrangement. The tension only escalates when Gustav perhaps inadvertently, perhaps cruelly casts American star Rachel Campbell Fanning in the role instead. What makes Sentimental Values so resonant is the restraint of the performances. Skarsgård, Riensve, and Lilias eschewed the loudest, melodramatic outbursts typical of broken family dramas. Instead, they master the art of the underplay. The film is rife with subtext. A wordless shared cigarette between father and daughter conveys decades of resentment and longing more effectively than any monologue ever could. Trier's structure reinforces the life as a series of events philosophy, utilizing a vignette-style approach with hard cuts to black that separates the chapters of their lives. This patient pacing allows the tension to simmer without the need for heavy-handed exposition. It is a movie driven by what isn't said, making the moments where the facade finally cracks feels earned and devastating. The technical craft is equally confident but never flashy. From the grainy, nostalgic texture of flashbacks to a breathtaking concluding on our long take, the visual language supports the emotional weight of the story without distracting from it. Sentimental Value is a masterclass in patient storytelling, a brilliant look into the messiness of being an artist, the weight of the past, and the terrifying difficulty of simply being honest with one another.